First of all, I was curious why you were pursuing this particular seat at this time. Why do you want to be state representative?
Well, about 3 years ago, I decided to run for township supervisor, and in a lot of ways, that was my way to stick my toe into the water and see whether I liked it or not. And I found that I really did. I had done a lot of volunteer work prior to that on boards in the community, and found that we could make a difference in terms of how we manage just even individual recreation boards and things like that. At the township level, we were able to make some significant changes just in terms of how we run things from a transparency standpoint. And I think in Luzerne County and in Harrisburg at this point, more transparency is a good thing. And those are some of the things that drove me to wanting to run for this position right now.
What was your board involvement? The volunteer boards?
I served as registrar and president of the Bear Creek Soccer Board and was treasurer of the Bear Creek Baseball Board. Yeah.
When did you begin to consider this particular seat? When did that start to go through your mind?
Well, once I had stuck my toe in and decided that it was something that I'd like to do. It was something that I was watching. Obviously, Representative Yudicic's decision to run for the Senate was, an impetus towards moving towards this position. It's something that once I was in, I thought I might be interested in. It's probably happened quicker than I expected. Had you asked me, 2 years ago or a year ago where I thought I'd be, this is probably happening quicker. But sometimes, timing and opportunities only come along every so often. So this is it's the right move right now.
And I'm sorry, just pause for an introduction to Clark Van Orden, photographer.
Hi.
If I'm correct, you put your name in for Luzerne County Commissioner in late December to replace Greg Skretnak after his resignation.
I did.
Why so?
For the same reasons. Obviously, we needed somebody in there who could make difficult decisions. They were clearly faced with many difficult decisions, which we've seen the results from. But more so than that was just the complete lack of trust and in many ways ongoing lack of trust of elected officials everywhere, particularly in Luzerne County and the courthouse. That was the reason that I wanted to try to move into that type of a position, because it's something that, again, I thought that I could bring strong financial background in, and there are significant financial issues at the courthouse. And I thought I was in a good position to be able to help, having combined the financial and operational experience from running a small business with governmental experience from running a township. So I thought, again, it was an opportunity to get involved and make a difference.
And you did advance to the point where you were one of the 5 folks who were given the final consideration, or you got a vote?
I got a vote. I did get a vote. I was in the group of the final 15. It was an interesting process, an interesting day, and I give the judges a lot of credit. With the multitude of applicants, it would have been very easy to pair off 50% and just spend more time interviewing those who they might have had a preconceived idea would be better representatives. But they didn't, and that's what's great about democracy and what they did, is that everyone had their opportunity to get in, even if it was for a short interview with the judges. But it was a good process, and I enjoyed it.
Disappointed? Would you like to be there now, I guess is the question.
I would have liked to have been there, absolutely. I said afterwards, anytime you apply for a job and don't get it, you're usually disappointed. What was unique about this one is that you actually got to see and meet the person who did get the job. And I think, Mr. Cooney was clearly very qualified for that position. And I, at that time, wished him all the luck. And they've made some difficult decisions. But, yeah, I would have been very pleased to be over there trying to help fix whatever needed to be fixed.
So the state representative seat, did you consult with certain people before you put your name in? Did you go to current state reps?
I did. Before I put my name in, I did speak with Representative Yudicic. and I did speak with State Representative Mike Carroll. Those are our two representatives in Bear Creek. We're actually split. We have two representatives, and had some lengthy conversations with them about not just what the job entails, but what the requirements are in terms of the commitment of time you need to make. Clearly, this isn't a 9-to-5 job, and I knew that going in, but it was good to hear firsthand from those two who've been doing it for quite a long time. And I asked them a very simple question, which was, if you had it to do all over again, would you do it? And the answer was unequivocally yes, which just confirmed for me that that's something that I wanted to be involved in.
Any other pieces of advice that were given to you that you really cling to, or that you were unexpected before you had the conversation?
I would say nothing particularly unexpected. I mean, obviously the things that I heard, those two guys are really hard workers, and I've given John a bit of grief as I've seen him, because every door I knock on, I get, "Are you going to be as good as John?" It's like, well, I have to be now, because I tell John he's set the bar very high, and Representative Carroll has done the same thing. But really the advice is pretty simple: is to stake your position, say what you're going to do, and then when you get there, do it. And if you do that and you're responsive to the people, that's what people will want in a state legislator.
Did I read that you're friends with, or longtime acquaintances with, Representative Carroll?
I am. Representative Carroll and I actually played on the same softball team in our early 20s. So, yeah.
That was your introduction to each other?
Yes.